Hi everybody, welcome to another in our series of interviews, Northwood Tech Talks. Today I am thrilled to have Derek Walker of Paxton with us. So let's get Derek on the call. Hi Derek, how are you? It's great to see you.
Brilliant to see you as well. Hi Wendy, how are you doing?
I'm good. How is everything over in yonder land?
Well, in Scotland, it may not surprise you to know that it's raining currently, so no surprise there.
I think it's raining here too.
Yeah, but we're doing all right. We're coping and we're getting through obviously quite challenging times for everybody, but brighter days ahead. So all good at the moment. Yes, thank you.
That's great. Well, listen, let's get into a couple of questions, if that's okay, for our Northwood customers. So, yeah, great. So Paxton designs and manufactures IP access control and door entry and building intelligence systems for smart buildings. So can you tell us a bit about your journey with Paxton since you started, maybe a bit about the history of the company, if that's okay?
Absolutely, yes. Well, I actually joined Paxton back in 2008, so over 13 years now with Paxton, and all good. It's been tremendous. It's been a really good journey. I enjoy it. I work with a fantastic team, so that's always a pleasure, of course. And 13 years of Paxton, that also makes that about 20 years of experience within the access control industry. So that's kind of all I've known within the security industry, working in access, predominantly with security manufacturer, but also a little bit of distribution as well. So that certainly helps in my role as an account manager, looking after obviously yourselves as a Paxton distributor. So my main role prior to COVID, of course, in the challenging times we're in, I was out on the road 4 days a week. So sitting here with a couple of screens and things is a challenge for me, but it's always nice to get out and speak to people, and we'll return to them, of course, sooner rather than later. But mainly my role was to support all the installers that we have in the UK and Ireland, of course, as well, regarding sales and commercial training, design aspects for access control systems, helping put together kit lists, part lists, etc. And also with the distributors such as yourself, of course, as well, and helping again with product knowledge, product information, sales training, and again, helping with design of systems. So it's all about making everybody aware, of course, of what we do and how we both can work together to be in touch with your installers, yeah.
Absolutely, and I know we definitely appreciate it here in Northwood, the support that we get from Paxton and yourself, Derek, specifically, in helping our installers to learn a bit more about what Paxton offers. So
absolutely, yes. And Paxton as a company, we're over 30 years old now as well, so we've got a lot of experience in the access control industry, and we're still a privately owned company, and our headquarters is in Brighton on the south coast of the UK. So we've got our state-of-the-art technology centre there. We've got our Paxton House HQ, and we've got our manufacturing facilities just along the coast in Eastbourne. So being a UK manufacturer is obviously a big strength for us, of course. And you know, certainly it enables us to do an awful lot of in-house training at Paxton House, as well as all the training that we provide to our installers out with as well. But predominantly, obviously, we're well known for the design and manufacture of those access control systems, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And in relation to training, Derek, have you moved a lot of that online in the last year or so? Would you?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. I mean, obviously we're well known in the marketplace and still are for the amount of training that we do with installers. For us, it's key. It's very, very important for them, the engineers, to know exactly how easy and simple Paxton is to install and all the features that are available for them. And there's nothing better than having hands-on training and we've done that for many, many years, either in-house at Brighton, of course, if people are local to that area, but we've got training engineers throughout the UK, and they actually take the training to the customer's premises and do hands-on courses for all of the products that we do. So that's really beneficial for everybody. It's beneficial to us as a company as well, of course, and to know that everybody's aware of the product and again, how simple it is to use.
Okay, fantastic. And talking about one of your, tell us a bit about Net2, if you don't mind, and tell us what kind of industry would use it.
Absolutely, yes. Well, I've kind of grown up a little bit with Net2 as a system, and it's actually over 20 years old now as well. And I think that's incredible, in the fact that Net2 is still a flagship access control system, and we still get more and more out of it. We've got some really recent features that we've added on, particularly around the situation we find ourselves in now with COVID security being at the top of the list. So we've got some really exciting features in the Pro software, such as occupancy management for buildings, thermal camera integration, obviously related to people's temperatures and trying to reduce the risk of infection, and checkpoint control, where we've added that in for people to use their own procedures and protocols in their building to do physical checks before they allow people access to the building. And a couple of sort of remote features for that as well, from Net2 Online and the Net2 Connect app, which allows the customers, very importantly, to administer their systems remotely from home or wherever they're working now. So Net2 itself is a PC-based software platform, and we've got hardware in there, which is predominantly hardwired, but now as part of the overall solution we have for Net2, we have hardwired and wireless products in there now as well, Wendy. So we've got handle type products that just go straight onto the door furniture, but also communicate back to the same software. And as part of the Net2 solution, we also have a door entry product called Entry. So we kept the name quite simple, but that includes door entry, control, in the one solution. So for Net2, it's a really rounded solution now for the installer and the client, and that also integrates with the fire alarm and intruder alarms and many other sort of systems that people might use for things like cashless vending. You've got things like time management, timesheet, time and attendance packages, etc. So it's a well-known product, of course, now, but we need to be moving with the times, and we do have other systems available as well. But Net2 is still our go-to access.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we were very excited, Derek, to be a part of your most recent launch here in Ireland with Paxton 10. And that's your access control and video management on one single platform. So can you tell Northwood installers a bit about how they would use this new product range?
Of course, yes. We're still very excited with Paxton 10 because it is something new for us. And if it does half as well as Net2 has done for us, we'll be delighted. And of course, that's us embracing new technology for Paxton 10 to make, but also retaining the simplicity of a system, both for the installer to fit, and of course for your clients to use. So Paxton 10 is new technology. It's a single platform that brings together access control and video. So you've got both in a single platform for the client and the installer. That will allow them to have up to 1,000 doors and 1,000 cameras. Very simple to use. We have a web-based user interface for that as well. That also includes our Pax Lock and Entry product. So again, it's a rounded solution that has smart credentials that you would use Bluetooth for. So again, a very highly requested feature for everybody these days to use their phones and watches for things like that.
For sure. Yeah, the watch actually is really clever, I think, because I've seen in a lot of your graphics that the watch going up the door to open up. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it, what you can do now?
Absolutely, and the way that we actually issue that to people is very simple as well. And the main point on that is it's completely free of charge, Wendy. So that's a free credential within the Paxton 10 software. Clients can, of course, mix and match that with their traditional cards and fobs, code access as well. But the main thing is they have a completely free Bluetooth credential that they can use, and that's very simply issued via an email to you, the client. And using the app that you referred to, which is really nice to be used on the watch or on your phone. So it's a very well-rounded system. And of course, we're looking at that. We have multi-site options on Paxton 10 now as well for your clients. So again, we're looking at larger projects where people can, have access to multiple sites on one server. Okay, and that server is a remote server, so people can you have a remote URL link and they can actually remotely log into their software, so the Paxton 10 software, which has the access control and the video management software there. So there's two things for that, Wendy, is the fact that the client can do that from anywhere in the world really safely, device again. And also for your installers, it's going to take away the need for sort of costly visits to site, which again, there's a financial cost to that and a time cost. So they can actually remotely log into the customer's system as well and do a lot of diagnostics and configuration, etc. So yeah, there's some big benefits there for it, yeah.
I'm picturing now the installers jumping around saying no more late night calls and having to get out. They can do it in their pajamas and sort out a problem.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And you touched on earlier, everybody wants to do things on their phones, mobiles, etc. You know, and Paxton 10 gives you that feature that you can bring all your access and your video features into one solution there.
Absolutely. And just, I noticed the Paxton installer app when you'd mentioned it, is just to clarify, is that for iOS and Android, or it works on both?
Yes, it works on both, and that's really, we've brought that out in addition to the support that we do provide to our installers, and also you, obviously, as a Paxton distributor. I've got it on my phone. I find it particularly useful even after 13 years, but every day is a school day. So what we've got is we've introduced the Paxton installer app basically as Paxton in your pocket, so that the installer has access to everything that's good about Paxton. So they've got all the product knowledge in there, which includes all the data sheets and application notes. They've got access to sales literature, so it can be installer-based, it could be sales-based for the installer, of course, as well. You've got access to the distributors, so all your good information is on there as well. They can actually contact our support team directly from the app, which is a nice touch that's in there.
That's really good.
Something that benefits me is there's a little favourites section, so you can add all the favourite products in there. So that helps when you're creating quotes and you know, maybe talking about the product in particular to your customer as well. So it's a really useful tool. It's completely free of charge, and as you said, available on iOS and Android. Yeah.
Excellent. So let's hope we see the downloads going up after this interview.
We hope so. It's really useful. Yeah.
Absolutely. Could you share a case study with us in any particular sector, Derek, just to I suppose, so that it's relatable to some of the installers and they can, you know, maybe apply it to a customer that might come to them?
Yeah, of course I can. One of the key vertical markets for Paxton has always been education. But we're fortunate enough that both Net2 and Paxton 10, one of the biggest features, if you like, is the flexibility of the system. So they can be used in so many different vertical markets, but we're very strong in education and NHS and general commercial applications. So one in particular would be actually in Dublin for the Marino Institute, which is yes. And we carried out an install there through the company was ATA Security, and what they did was work with with Marino to add on to their existing Net2 system the ability to integrate with their student information system. So what they wanted to be able to do was use the student ID cards to not only access the student union for the bars, etc., of course. And sort of traceability of the students. They wanted to make sure that they could use the same technology for their access control system. So that allowed us to introduce the full solution of Net2 actually into that particular case study. So we have Net2 hardwired and wireless products in there. So we've got the PaxLock and Net2 Plus, and we also introduced the door entry system in there. So that's all MyFair compatible, which is the type of format that the students use for their smart cards. So that really helped the IT manager, in particular, administer the whole system and keep it under one umbrella. So that was a massive benefit for them, you know. And when we get to work with the installer and the client, it gives us a real opportunity to really define and drill into the needs that the customer has. So we're always really welcome. We welcome the opportunity to work with the installer and their clients, of course, at any point.
Excellent. Well, that's amazing. Thanks so much. I'm sure that, because I always feel that it's important that we can tell relatable stories that installers can kind of think about it and say, well, I can apply that to that industry. So if somebody does come along with different ideas, they know that it's been done before and where it's been used, etc. So thanks for
absolutely. Case studies are really important for us, and again, this is great. It's a great opportunity for me today, of course, to sort of talk about that awareness, and it would be fantastic, obviously, to look at opportunities to speak with Northwood installers, obviously after this as well, to bring them more up to speed with where Paxton are and the opportunities and the support that we can provide them. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, listen, that's a great way to end our conversation today. Derek, thank you so much for giving your time to us. We really appreciate it. And if anyone wants to find out more about Paxton products, please do contact us here at Northwood Technology, and we will get in touch with Derek if there's anything that we need help with. And I'm sure you're happy to help us out, Derek, as always.
Absolutely. I look forward to catching up with more of the Northwood installers, obviously, over the coming months. And as I said, it gives us a good opportunity to expand on the type of products that we have and the support that's very important for us that we can provide to your customers. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Derek. We do appreciate that.
More than welcome. I really appreciate the opportunity to chat with you today.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So listen, thanks everybody. And you can get us on northwoodtechnology.ie, or you can call into the office. The guys are still here. We're very much open. So here to support. Take care, and thanks, Derek. See you again soon.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.